Give me a plus, a minus, or a zero, depending on the relationship. Okay, so we're going to start with mutualism because that's the easy one. What is what would be species 1 and species 2 for a mutualistic relationship? Bless you. Plus, plus. Good job. How about predation? Plus, minus. That's the same for parasitism. So go ahead and write the word / parasitism. How about neutralism? 0, 0. Good job. Competition.
Minus, minus.
Good job. Minus, minus, because they're struggling to survive. They have some limited resource, so already there's a struggle. And so they're both somewhat harmed. Commensalism. What's the definition of commensalism? One organism benefits and the other one indifferent. 0. Good job. Commensalism. This is the bad one. Kind of like the selfish relationship. 0 minus. One gets nothing and the other one gets harmed. And that's it. Huh?
What's an example of that?
An example of that is the algae bloom or the black walnut tree that secretes a chemical to impact the trees that are around it. So guys, parasites are both like predation, where one benefits and the other one gets harmed. The difference, as we mentioned last class, is one lives on its host cell. All right, who could define evolution? We're going to talk about evolution for a couple of days, and then we're going to talk about variation within species. But here's a sentence for starters I want you to know. Genes mutate, species change, populations evolve. So you have to have some genetic, what they call mutation, that leads to a species change or genetic change, which leads to the possibility of populations evolving. I also want you to remember, and I can't stress this enough, without variation in a population, evolution will not happen. Species within the population have to have a variety of traits in order for evolution to occur. What's that? Tell me a word when you think of evolution. Adaptation.
One last note.
Population. Good job, because species can evolve. Populations evolve. When they evolve, what happens to them? They change, which is an adaptive trait, right? Over time. Definitely over a long period of time. A species will show some change, then they reproduce. Oh, really important, really important. Species have to reproduce in order for evolution to happen. Without reproduction, you don't have the population changing, right? Okay. This specific type of evolution, micro, is a theory. Macro is a hypothesis. Vertically or horizontally, one is micro and one is macro. Who could tell me which is which and why? Look at the pictures. So vertically or horizontally, one is micro, which is a proven theory, and one is macro, which is a belief. Yes?
The macro is more with, it explains the specific species as it evolves, whereas like macro is how the species are connected and how they evolve.
So use the diagram to explain to me how one is micro and one is macro. Horizontal or vertical? I guess I have to pause. Yes? No? So the vertical is macro because you're going from one species into another, which a lot of scientists believe happened, but we can't prove that.
Like with the dinosaurs.
Like us, from gorillas, right? Or from bacteria, for that matter. And then horizontally, we have micro, which is, what kind of changes do you see there? Size, what else? Color, what else? Features, anything. Micro versus macro. And with that,